He's Ash.
He's David. And this is the Artful Pose.
Let's try it again. Well, hello everybody. This is the Professor Ash from the Artful Pose, and today we're getting to look at something a little special. And in fact, this is actually David's figure, and I'm very happy to review it for him. We're going to be looking at the... is it a re-release? Is it a rehash? I know it's a kind of a reissue, but not. Anyway, this is the new Marvel Lizard that was just recently released, or re-released, by Hasbro. And, oh man, this guy's big hunk. Let me get closer. You get some really cool detail on this one. Got a neat box. You got the Spider-Man logo, Marvel's Lizard, just to be confused with, you know, any other type of lizard. Especially if you live down south when it's so hot and you got lizards all over the place. You got the Spider-Man logo on the top. I really do like that one. That's your friendly neighborhood kind of logo. And I noticed, if you can look close, there's something behind it. Doom, 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 doom. I wonder if that's hitting towards the new, you know, Doomsday thing that's coming out with Marvel. Oh, there's the side of the box. Ooh, that's really cool. It got some McFarlane action right there, which, if you noticed, I got the Maximum Spider based off of the McFarlane design. And as you can see here, it's there. That's really cool. And there's a bigger picture of it on the back. You got that really neat, look, you can get that McFarlane spit, you know, just like you see with Venom. Then you got a brief description of the lizard. If you don't know who the lizard is, it says, what is it? Primal drums and dark rituals. Yeah, it says primal drums. Primal drums, dark rituals fuel the transformation of Dark Kirk Connors into the lizard, sending him on the hunt to torment Spider-Man. So that's what that's part of. That's, and look, doom, 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 doom. You know, that reminds me of, for those of you who grew up with Invader Zim, he did do, what was it? Gurr did the Doom song on his way to planet Earth. Doomy doo doom, doomy doomy doom. Doomy doomy. There's another face with that lizard spit. Alright, so that's enough gawking at just the box. Let's open him up. Alright, here he is out of the box. It almost looked like he ripped his way out of the box. And speaking of ripping your way out of the box, how about you rip at that like and subscribe button, because it will really help out the channel. And maybe we'll be even able to get different figures. Who knows? But it would really help us out. Alright. So here he is. Wow, this is a really cool figure. I can understand why it sold out so fast. I mean, the detail on this guy, hopefully you can see it. You can see all the scaling. I love the white eyes, makes him look so darn menacing. That is just awesome. And you got the nice detailed scaling work, literally. Scaling, look at all those scales. I love that the mouth can open. Looks like there's a... Oh, you can see... You don't open it too hard, too wide. Then you get like that old 1980s Ninja Turtle effect where you can see... Oop! Inner parts! So, let's see. Oh, look at that ripped shirt. You can even see the sculpted detail on the chest muscle. That is just awesome. And you got the ripped lab coat. Of course, you have to have the purple pants, because if you're green, you gotta have purple. Apparently that's the comic book rule. So this is all, the paint texturing on this is amazing. Look at that shadow work just on the hand. See if the camera can focus a little bit. Yeah, focus. People gotta see. That is just really cool. So it's got some shadowing on there. You got some paint decal, some paint apps on the nail work. That's pretty darn cool. And I love how detailed it got for the anatomy of a lizard. So if you notice on the neck is on a... Looks like it's on a ball joint, so you can look all the way down. But what I love about it is that for those of you who do live down south, who have abundance of lizards, definitely know what this looks like. So there's a sculpted piece here with the fold of skin. That is very lizard type anatomy, where during mating or when they're wanting to get heat, they have that big extendy flap that comes underneath the neck. And you can kind of see some of the sculpting work here, very similar to like an iguana. That is just awesome. And you can, it's all the way down to the feet, into the knees. And look, there's even some dirt marks all along the lab coat, because you know Dr. Connor's been going through the sewers. Ew! Did you hear that, David? That's poo-poo. Might want to clean your figure. The tail is really cool. It's connected by a ball joint, and it's segmented all along the way. And it also has the scaling work all along the tail as well, which is very nice. You can use it to, let me see if I can get a decent shot. So it can, well, pops right off, sadly. Get that on there. But it's segmented right here all along the edge, and you can even angle it so if you want him to stand, because he's very top heavy, get some cool poses, you can use the tail as a stabilizing tool for your base. So if you do not have a stand, the tail will actually help him stand. And he also comes with this awesome, very awesome type McFarlane head from the 90s. Oh, I love that with the big old fangs. Kind of looks like Godzilla. That is so cool. Let's see, how does it look when you pop it onto the head? It'll actually look more like the comic art. So you can get that shorter snout, which is more akin to that classic retro lizard, where it's more of the comic booky appearance. Very neat, very mad scientist looking. It kind of reminds me of The Fly, or even Hulk, for instance, with all the ripped up clothing. That is so cool. Get your Spider-Man! Yeah, that is really neat. I am more partial to this head, only because I love the fact that you can open the mouth. I wish you could do that with this one, but I understand how Hasbro might have had an issue with the mechanics because of the fangs. I guess it could have worked, but still. That is really cool. This one actually has pupils. This one does not. That is really cool. Alright, let's go on to the articulation. So, from the head, let's see if I can get it right. You can look up, you can look down, look side to side. You can get some good range of motion. You got some ball joint. There seems to be, yeah, you can go that far out. Double jointed elbows, wrist. No additional hands, just an additional head. But still, I don't think the lizard ever punches, so I don't think you have to worry about that. Ooh, that popped right off. This is, if I remember correctly, kind of an enhanced version of a Build-A-Figure, so things can pop off relatively easy. So that's as far as you can get the leg straight, because the kneecap is right there, and it can't go any further. So that's as far as you can go out. That's as far as you can go in. It does have the backwards type ankle situation going on. It does rock. It is an ankle rocker, as you can see. Additional toes to get that more animalistic quality to it. Is very, very cool. And you got an ab crunch. You can get that more, don't look at me. He's trying to get through the sewer. Like, share, subscribe. Yeah, listen to Doc. He knows what he's talking about. So how does he scale with regular figures? Now, don't mind that popping right off. Remember, what this is originally was a Build-A-Figure, and in fact, it just fell right down there. We have a couple of pieces, because I know David was on the hunt. These are an unfinished Build-A-Figure, but as you can tell, right there, it would just pop right in. I actually like the reissue, because this is purple here, darker green. It's very realistic, but you see, this is just stained, as opposed to, that actually has some great app. And I love how the colors, because they're much brighter, they just pop, and you can see all that fine detail. With this one, everything's kind of muted. This is the best way I can describe it. So you're missing out on some of that poppy detail, whereas when it's lighter, you can get more of that shadow work and more definition. That's normally why with heroes and even villains, I tend to go with a brighter aesthetic because you can do so much more with shadowing as opposed to keeping everything just dark. Because if you do shadowing, well, now it's not visible. And as you can see, scaling wise, with our top Spider-Man, he scales with them very well. Let's put Symbiote Spider-Man in the back. And this is the main one that you're going to be having him with. If you have the Maximum Spider-Man, you can get some really great poses if you want to get a good display going. Get a good versus. I mean, overall, it is. If those of you who have been wanting Lizard and need him for your Sinister Six collection or as one of your favorite Spider-Man villains, this is a keeper. My goodness, I am very happy that Hasbro re-released this. And if you were able to get it, because I know he was on a lot of people's wish lists, hey, kudos. Kudos if you can get it, because this is a great figure. I mean, look at that tongue. That is amazing. All the detail. I mean, Hasbro didn't have to do all that. I know I keep saying that they don't have to. But I mean, there's so many ways you can get cheap. And when a toy company decides, no, we're not going to get cheap and actually give us our money's worth, oh, yes, bring it on. Something David and I always talk about is that when toy companies, especially when they have big licenses like a Marvel or a DC or something along those lines, or even Star Wars, that when they knock it out, they knock it out. And when they drop the ball, they drop the ball. This time, I feel they knocked it out of the park. This is a beautiful Lizard. Very great representation. I love even the ripped up clothing. It all pops. Very visible. Can tell exactly what I'm looking at. The paint apps are very clean. No bleeding. At least not from what I can tell. I mean, we just opened this. And for playability's sake, I mean, you can get some really great expressions from this guy. I mean, that's just intimidating. And I love when you get the big hunch. It's very lizard-like. Oh, it's beautiful. All right, speaking of beautiful, it would be really beautiful if you all did like and subscribe. Really helps out the channel. And leave a comment below. Tell us what you think. Have you seen this Lizard in the wild? Were you able to nab it? Were you able to order it? What are your thoughts? Do you like the original Build-A-Figure version with the darker colors, or are you kind of like in my neck of the woods with the brighter, that pop? In fact, the more cartoony, the better, in my opinion, because you can get more detail. But that's just me. Let us know in the comments below. And as always, please like and subscribe, and may all your poses be artful. Bye.
Like, share, subscribe, like, share, subscribe, like, share, subscribe.